land of the mighty Victoria Falls.
Hello Zambia, it's a brand new year and you are back with another edition of Let's Explore, brought to you with the compliments of the Zambia Tourism Agency. Oh, what a year we got coming. Yeah, 2017, a lot of promise. Yeah, the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations will be in Zambia and starts next month. Are you ready? As far as we're concerned as Zambia Tourism Agency, yes indeed, it is a tourism event because a lot of people will benefit. We'll tell you more about that. What else? 2 traditional ceremonies, very important traditional ceremonies are on the way. The Nchwala ceremony of the Ngonis of the Eastern Province. Remember in 1835 they crossed the Zambezi and there was that eclipse of the sun. Yes, they'll be showcasing their cultural heritage. On the other side, after missing for about 2 years, we have information that this year around, come rain or shine, the drums will roll and the Kwamboka ceremony of the Lozi people will be on. Remember, Kwamboka means coming out of water. So, 100 or so men that are strong and chosen for, among other things, their ability to paddle and, of course, their loyalty to the traditions will be in the barge, known as one of the largest man-propelled barges in the world. That is the Nalikwanda. We can't wait for that. We've missed it for 2 years. Yes, the Kwamboka ceremony is on. The actual dates are never told because that's always the preserve of traditional authorities. But somewhere around March, just get ready. All right, too many things to digest. We'll also be talking about the licensing. But before I run out of breath, we take a break. And I'll be right back.
There are moments in our lives that live forever. Moments like witnessing the thunderous call of a natural wonder, or experiencing the roar of the wilderness as its residents come to life, and the lively slither of a river teeming with untamed wildlife. There are moments in our lives that live forever. Moments like experiencing the adrenaline rush of close encounters with nature's thrills. The exquisite indulgence of luxurious treats kissed by the radiance of the African sky. The rhythmic movement of a people in celebration whose tranquility and peace touch the hearts of those they encounter. There are moments in our lives that live forever. Many of them begin here. Zambia. One destination, a million adventures. Zambia, let's explore.
There are indeed moments in our lives that are worth exploring, as you have seen, and they all begin in Zambia. What a beautiful country we have. And lots of people are coming from around the continent for the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. They'll also be coming for other things because Zambia is hosting a lot of other conferences, what we call MICE. Not Mbeba, Easterners, don't get excited. It's meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. I'll be telling you a little bit more about the conferences that we're hosting. But the major one in February is, of course, the Under-20. And they are coming to explore our country apart from just playing the soccer. And this is where the other facilities come in and the other things that we have to offer. Talking about that, yes, there's a person who believes that Zambia has got, God underground. Rashmi Shama is here on the show. You've seen her before, and she's accompanied by, I'm already calling IMC, Moa Pechisenga. They're from Jewel of Africa, and they're going to tell us a little bit about what it means to have, precious minerals in the country and how that is related to tourism. Because if we invest a lot in that industry, as Rashmi will tell you, we can reap from that, even more than other things. Okay. We told you about the Nchwala ceremony and the Kwamboka ceremony. Let's start with the Kwamboka ceremony. The Kwamboka ceremony. You see, you have to be there. Like we said, we have information that this year around, it will be there. And so many other things that you can see in Mongo. And by the way, there's a new mall now in Mongo just at the roundabout, the the Senanga roundabout there is a mall. Of course, it's known as the Kwamboka Mall. It's open. It's a beautiful, nice little mall, and everybody's happy. But you can also go and, of course, see the floodplains. And that is soon, we hope, is going to be gazetted as a national heritage by UNESCO. We've submitted as Zambia, and we're keeping our fingers crossed, because once it's recognized, a lot of benefits will accrue to Zambia as a country in order to preserve that wetland. What else? Of course, the number of lodges where you can stay, such as the Country Lodge. But one of my favorites is at Lake Makapaila, and it's Ikite by Mantis. All those places are in Mongo. So let's get to Mongo, people, for the Kwamboka ceremony in March, and we can explore a lot more. All right, we take another break, and on the other side, we'll be talking to Rashmi Shama and Mwape Chisenga, and we're talking about the gold that lies in the ground, the jewels. We'll be right back.
Zambia is calling, and here's where the exploring begins. Right here at the Lusaka Museum, where lies the history of our rich cultural heritage and political struggles. For the leisure and business traveler, Lusaka is a land of opportunity. This fast-progressing metropolis is becoming trendier and more modern every day. For the fun-loving Zambian, there's plenty of both indoor and outdoor activities. Whether day or night, this vibrant Zambian capital has something for everyone and anyone. Indulge in local and international cuisines, frenzied by friendly locals with welcoming smiles. Some call it Zambia, but we call it home. One Zambia, one destination, endless exploring.
All right. We did promise that we're going to talk about the gold that we have in the ground. And it's time now to talk to, the director and owner of Jewel of Africa. And she is accompanied by MC, and that is Mwape Chisenga, who is in charge of marketing. Rashmi is the owner and, of course, the director of Jewel of Africa. Let me welcome you both, ladies.
Thank you very much. Hello, Kuristo.
How was 19? Yeah, good to see you. My co-host, where did you go?
Well, we're still trying to end 2016 by exporting Zambia's wealth overseas, but I think we're finally beginning 2017.
You look gorgeous, but every time I see you, I want to start with the accessories you have. Please.
And I'm always trying to wear something that's very representative.
Tell me anyway, I can see on the fingers, I can see in the neck.
Zambian emeralds are now ranking the best in the world.
Really?
We've taken over 40% market share in the world with just our emeralds, making Zambian emeralds stronger color, stronger strength, with the least enhancement. So then the value is grown because the demand is higher, because they are now worthy of engagement rings. Engagement rings are what sells the most as a piece of jewelry. And Zambia has the best of
in the world.
In the world.
Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? We have the best emeralds.
That's right. We have the best color, the hardness, everything. Yeah.
The color, the hardness.
No, what makes an engagement ring?
What's the carat?
What makes an engagement ring is the hardness and the fact that it'll last you a lifetime, or your grandchildren's.
What's the carat?
The carat is actually a weight determination, and every 1 carat has, 1 gram is equivalent to 5 carats, and it's based on specific gravities, and every gemstone has a different specific gravity. But I don't want to go into chemistry and physics right now. But what I do need to tell everybody in Zambia is that we've discovered 8 different gemstones, and out of the 8, we are known for 2 of the best in the world, and that's the amethyst and the emeralds. Zambia should also be known for the aquamarines and for the tourmalines and the spessartites and the flower garnets, and it's gold and it's silver, and some of the minerals that haven't even been mined out yet because we're waiting for investment. But Zambia is landlocked, but is one of the richest landlocked nations around this area.
What needs to be done for us to really fully exploit? Because I don't see a lot of people other than you and a few others in this industry. Well, where is the challenge, and what can we do to ensure that we fully benefit and that people can come to Zambia, not only to see the Victoria Falls, not only to see the wildlife, but some people can make their journey, especially those from wealthy nations, you know, the
Well, Zambia
Arabs
should
from back
eventually-
just to buy or see our
Yes.
gemstones?
Well, first of all, Zambia needs to be marketed as a gem tourism destination. This is why we have Mwape Chisenga, who handles all of my IT and gets the word out of the country and to the country, the youth, whoever uses the internet. Zambia is a gem tourism destination. We have more than just wildlife and the Victoria Falls. We have a plethora of wealth under the ground that needs to be dug out and explored. Now, what does that require? It requires a lot of investment. And unlike mining copper, it's a very different kind of mining for the banks to perceive as a good lending facility or a good lending platform, because it can't be quantified. You know, gemstones can't be quantified, and their creation is such that we cannot say we have a percentage of gems under this, a certain percentage like copper. You can say we're safe with 5% or 2% or 3%, and then you go ahead and you start mining and you start digging, and then you get investment based on that percentage. With emeralds, we don't have a percentage value. What you do have is a track record. You have other mines that have been there in the past to tell you that there is a gemstone over there. And I do believe that somewhere, I mean, all over Zambia, if you do go around digging some holes, you will come across some gemstone.
Yeah.
And then you can go big on it. But you can then take that as your platform and go outside the country and get investment, or go to the banks and get some investment and start digging.
Indeed.
Yeah,
This is Let's Explore. I
yeah.
should start some digging in Zambia. I always have a feeling we could have some gemstones in Zambia. This is Let's Explore. On the other side, we'll just be talking to, you know, Chisenga, Mwape, and also Rashmi, because one of the things we like to do at Zambia Tourism Agency is to take, in addition to all the tour operators that we take, go with the gemstone industry, for example, Jewel of Africa. What would that take? Rashmi is going to answer that. But we take another break, and then we'll be right back. We'll also talk about, of course, the licensing that the Zambia Tourism Agency is now mandated to do. And we'll tell you what you can do and what you cannot do, the do's and don'ts. We'll be right back. This is Let's Explore 2017. So many things happening. Remember, as we explained earlier, the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations is on next month in Zambia. And 8 countries are going to come. And, of course, we believe they're going to be at some of our major hotels, such as the Protea, the Pomozi, Taj Pomozi, and, of course, in Dola, there's a new Protea there, Mokuba Hotel. So, yeah, lots of benefits. But let's just get back to the interview about the gemstones. And we have the Jewel of Africa represented here by its owner, Rashmi Shama, and of course, the lady that is in charge with marketing, and that is Mwape Chisenga. Mwape, let me just turn to you. As somebody doing the marketing, what does that role entail? What are we getting from the markets, from the clients? How big is the demand?
Well, the demand is quite big, except that our local people do not know much about gemstones. They only think a jewelry should be an engagement ring, whereas in natural sense it needs to be any gemstones that Zambia has. As Rashmi stated earlier, is the fact that they need to get more involved into buying the emeralds so that we put it on the market. At the moment, anybody who comes to our store are more interested to find an engagement ring, when the only thing that they think of is a diamond. In natural sense, it could be any gemstone that can last you a lifetime. So I think I would just urge everyone, all our local people, to come and buy jewelry from the Jewel of Africa and see what else we have in stock as well. Yeah.
All right. And in terms of the marketing, because you're also in charge of the IT, so how do you plan to market this in terms of both the local and the international market?
Okay.
What's the plan?
So the plan is we have Facebook, and that's where it's like everybody's daily paper. Everybody who wakes up in the morning will go on Facebook and find something to read about. So what I do is I schedule posts and write about what gemstones are being discovered, as well as what Gemfields has been doing. So we talk and sync with what's really happening in the gem world. And I tweet about that, I Facebook about that. So we get a lot of likes. So far, Jewel of Africa has got over 6,000 followers. We're hoping to achieve more.
And that's just locally.
And that's just locally.
Yeah.
So, and then internationally, we do have people that visit our website as well, from as far as China, Europe, and the US itself as well. We even get inquiries to find out what gemstones that we have, or if they have any queries about how authentic our jewelry is. So we tell them, I give them a step-by-step procedure of what our jewelry has and why it's very special and why it's not fake since there's a lot of imitations on the market.
From everywhere.
From everywhere, yeah.
This is Let's Explore. Zambia has got authentic, real gemstones, you know, and like you heard, we've got the best emeralds. It's official. From Rashmi, it's official, and she knows, believe me, she knows about these things. We've got the best emeralds in the world. And Rashmi, I mentioned about us, of course we need the clients to come and look at our gemstones and buy, but sometimes we need to take them into their yards, you know, we take them to their back, you know, their footsteps, I mean the doorsteps,
right.
and so that, you know, they can buy. And I'm talking about all these exhibitions that we attend. What did it take for us to really just seriously make you part of the contingents, and so you can be all over the place marketing Zambia and marketing Zambia's gems?
All right, so people won't buy something that, especially a gemstone, that's just presented online. They need to touch and feel the product. They need to see the quality. They need to see the inclusions that are very location specific, and the inclusions say this is from Zambia. The color says it's from Zambia. I can talk about it and I can write about it as much as I want, but until the people out there actually can see the product themselves, they are not going to buy. They're not going to be interested. Now the question here, or the challenge here, is trying to take these goods to these specific destinations and be able to show them. Now, because they're very high value goods, there's a lot of tariff and duties and those sort of tariffs that get hammered on, and makes it very expensive for us to travel and take them with us, even though they're for exhibition purposes. So we have something called the Carnet certification. Well, we don't have it. Other countries have it, where they're allowed to exhibit their goods around the world. And depending on whether that country is actually listed on the Carnet certification, the goods can go there or not. Zambia is not yet listed with jewelry or with gemstones. The reason why we're able to export to the USA and make a success out of these trips for Jewel of Africa and for the country exporting gemstones is because we are covered by the AGOA Treaty, which is the African Growth Opportunity Act. Yeah. And that's the only country, any other country that we can exhibit to duty-free. And that really, really helps Zambia generate all this income that we're able to sell outside and bring everything back here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rashmi Shama, this is Let's Explore. Another short break. On the other side, we'll just be saying bye-bye.
The Lua Plain National Park in the far west of the country attracts visitors because it is so remote. A vast, pristine wilderness ready to welcome the ardent bush lover. After the rains, massive herds of blue wildebeest arrive from Angola, often mingling with zebra and other antelope around the waterholes and pans. And following these grazers are the predators. Numerous clans of brown hyenas, the top predator here. And Lua's legendary lioness. It's a bird lover's paradise, and large flocks of migrating birds stop here to rest and feed on their journey south. Lua Plain relies on the regular pattern of wet season following dry, and tempers flare just before the onset of the rains. Storms are dramatic spectacles, and the animals in Lua must know how to survive the seasonal extremes of drought and flood. The Lozi people who live on the plain honour the annual flooding of the river with a festival known as the Kumboka. While celebrations take place on the riverbank, the king moves his official residence to higher ground, away from the flood. The Lozi people are unique in Africa, legally free to live in the park, fish for food, and graze their cattle among the wildlife. This is not a park to tackle without a guide, but it will offer the brave few a rare glimpse of Africa untouched.
This is Let's Explore, brought to you with the compliments of the Zambia Tourism Agency. Plenty coming in 2017. We are having the T2 conference, it's a technology conference that is being hosted by the RDA, Royce Saili and team. And of course, we have another conference that is coming about mining. Plenty. Those of you who've received our newsletter will have gotten all the details. If you're not on our emailing list or mailing list, please get in touch with us and we'll send you the newsletter for January. Yeah, what else? Of course, the Nchwala ceremony of the Ngoni is next month, the last Saturday of February in Chipata. And then we have information that this year, come rain or shine, we should have the Kuomboka ceremony of the Lozi people in Western Province. So 2 fantastic ceremonies around the corner you cannot afford to miss. Finally, the licensing. Yes, the Zambia Tourism Agency, after we changed from ZTB, is now the authority mandated to get licenses, those tourism enterprise licenses. And we thank all those that have paid so far. And it is overwhelming, but a lot of people haven't paid. Please, we have extended the grace period to the end of this month. After that, remember, the tourism license is law and you can be prosecuted and you can be fined up to 30,000 kwacha if you haven't paid. So remember, you pay. And a word of caution, no one should come to your premises asking for money for the tourism license, because no member of staff is allowed to get cash. All you need to do is look at the contacts that we have on the screen there, and the account numbers and everything, all the details are there. Go to the nearest Zanaco branch, that's Zanaco Bank, deposit the money, and all we want to see is proof of payment. Enough for this week. Your final word, Rashmi?
Well, Jewel of Africa in 2017, what we're trying to launch is Jewel of Africa Club. So please do visit one of our stores, and you're immediately guaranteed 10%, and these gem cards that you will receive from Jewel of Africa as a member will allow you 10% with every other purchase that you do make over the course of the year. So that's our 2017 plan. And also, wait, our community project. So our last year's dedication for the trip to the US has, it was a successful trip, and now the Garden Community School that has 864 orphans will be getting new toilets and new water. Sanitation.
Corporate social responsibility. That's what we want to see. Yeah, the Jews going into the school project. What might be your final word?
Apart from opening the Jewel of Africa Club, we want everybody to feel entitled to Jewel of Africa and be part of the family. So we'll have exciting promotions and things happening. Apart from the Jewel of Africa being a gemstone destination store here in Zambia, We also sell luxury watches, so we have watches that people might like to have. Since Valentine's is coming along, I'm sure you need to find the perfect gift. You need to get her a watch.
Right.
Yeah.
And Pandora.
And Pandora as well. We have a franchise with Pandora, so there's a lot of exciting things happening. So you need to come to the store, sign up to a mailing list right on the Jewel of Africa website, and be part of Jewel of Africa family.
Fantastic. Well,
Thank you.
Gemstone Tourism. What can you do without Gemstone Tourism? Because if you look at all the pageants and you look at Miss Zambia, Miss Tourism, Miss this, where would they be if they don't have all those lovely accessories just making them look good? And yeah, it is a major tourism attraction, and it can earn us a lot of money. So let's promote it. Oh, alas, how time flies when you're having a good time. One thing I would like to do, Rashmi, is one day bring Richard Quest, let him do a serious business documentary and interview about the gemstones of Zambia. Let him tell the world that we have the best emeralds. Yeah. And he can say,
fantastic. That would
we
be
mean business, yeah, because in Zambia, we mean business. And on that note, we come to the end of this edition of Let's Explore, brought to you with the compliments of the Zambia Tourism Agency. Remember, you have to explore your country, because only then will you be a true ambassador of your tourism. And as we always say, stress kills. Stress is fatal. So be in the habit of taking yourself and your family out to relax. And you will be surprised just how productive you're going to be after that. Until we meet again next week with another edition of Let's Explore. On behalf of the entire team on duty, I'm Karisto Chitamfi. Thanks for joining us, and keep exploring.
We're